pictures from Arizona's heatwave where literally everything is melting. Blame it on global warming for causing extreme climate changes are just the hot, airy desert-type environment of Arizona, but if you're living or visiting Phoenix, prepare yourself because it's going to get hotter than hell this summer. Most people complain that the city or state gets extremely hot, but with the help of your AC, you can pretty much survive those horrible sweltering months. But what would happen if the temperatures became so extreme that it put your life at risk? That's exactly what the people living in Phoenix have to deal every day during the summer, and it makes life impossible. Phoenix is considered one of the hottest places in the entire planet. The temperatures here can reach 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's insane. We know that Arizona's summer heat is famous, but this seasonal menace continues to get worse. The temperatures continue to rise each year, and climate scientists claim it'll be a scorcher this year. The city is on track to topping temperatures of 120 degrees or worse, especially with concrete and asphalt loading on the temperature increase every decade. Officials are doing their best to tackle this dangerous situation as soon as possible. Steps to plant more trees has been one method to cool Phoenix down, as well as incorporating cool roof technology to reverse or reduce the amount of urban heating. The temperature is affecting everything, and even technology isn't immune to its effects. The high temperatures are preventing airplanes from taking off, causing severe delays or cancellations. If you're looking towards road signs to tell you where to go, you're SOL. The high temperatures are causing signs to melt like a wax statue caught in the middle of a horrid fire. Even traffic lights aren't faring any better in the Arizona heat. Imagine a summer so extreme that it can melt the metal casing in traffic lights, essentially blinding the red, yellow, and green lights. Traffic must be a mess in this area. Parting out the trash might seem easy, but picking it up can be a real nightmare. We certainly wouldn't want to be a trash collector in Arizona, or the homeowners who will undoubtedly have to pick up all the trash that's fallen from the melted garbage container. The heat is having a horrible effect on our beloved four-legged friends as well. Pets, stray or otherwise, are struggling to get through this summer season, and people are doing their best to help, and they'll try anything to keep these adorable creatures from dying. The sidewalks and streets must feel like the surface of a stove. So dogs and other pets have to wear insulated booties like these to keep the paws from burning like nuggets inside the oven. It's a good thing you have GPS, because you won't be able to rely on road signs for much longer. The heat is literally melting the paint from the metal signs. Even if city officials sent a crew to repaint the signs, it wouldn't do any good because the words would just melt again. Oh, Arizona, come on. You should know better than to put up a fence made of plastic. It must have looked pretty impressive in the winter, but now it seems more like the Wicked Witch of the West after Dorothy threw a bucket of water at her. If you own a car from a couple of decades back, like a Chevy Impala or Pontiac Tempest, you're in luck. Those cars had an exterior made of metal, but modern cars like this one has so much plastic that you'll literally see the money you invested melt away. Temperatures in Phoenix are record-breaking, causing plenty of fires to ignite. Fortunately, fire crews have been able to handle the surge of heat emergencies, but it's certainly a difficult task to handle. After all, how many firefighters are actually available to handle such a crisis? The heat is something that some of the younger generation feel they can handle. In fact, it's sort of become a fact of life for people in this state, so for them it's like a typical summer. But they'll admit that the worst part about the extreme heat is that it causes the air to stink, undoubtedly, from all the things that it causes to melt. Is your oven not working? Maybe you're too pressed for time to make cookies at home. Well, no problem, because in Phoenix you could practically use your dashboard to make cookies while heading to school to pick up the kids. The downtown areas continue to get hotter and hotter all the time. Some just don't blame the heat on the environment, but on all the buildings that are being built. But regardless of what's responsible for the heat wave, people are struggling some days more than others. Phoenix's last 20 summers averaged 38 more 100-degree days than the first 20 from last century. Phoenix now endures 110 days over 100 degrees, forcing people like this little girl, who aren't fortunate enough to own an AC, to park their faces against a fan and hope the power doesn't go out. Classes are often cancelled during extreme heat and people are urged to stay home. Even prisons have to move their inmates to the courtyards to live under tents until the heat wave subsides. There's only so much heat that a human being can actually withstand. 131 degrees Fahrenheit is as much as humans can tolerate. By 140 degrees, people start dying within 10 minutes. If the temperature hits 158 degrees, it will likely kill you almost instantly. If you park your car, motorcycle or bike, you better make sure it's in a cool shade. Even then, there are no guarantees because tires in this heat tend to start melting like flesh in a crematorium. Now this is what life is all about. If only we could all lay on ice cubes to escape the heat. This dog knows how to handle the heat in Arizona. He's sickle. But we wonder how long those ice cubes will stay solid in this heat. You better invest in those sun visors when you park your car. Otherwise you can trying to wear oven mitts to touch the steering wheel. Unless, of course, you relish the idea of having the palms of your hands cooking like rotisserie chicken. Who's in the mood for some pancakes this morning? It's perfect for when you're on the go. Cook some pancakes on the dashboard and by the time you park in the parking garage at work, you'll have breakfast nice and ready. Cacti are known for withstanding the horrible heat of some of the hottest deserts. But even plant life like this one has limits. Just look at this droopy thing. It looks so miserable. It simply can't hold off against the heat and is now starting to droop like a popsicle. Good luck getting your mail delivered anytime soon. Talk about hot mail. The heat got so bad that this mailbox fell over on itself when the post began to melt due to the extreme heat. It takes looking at something like this to make you realize how amped up the public health risk is this summer. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.